We're without Reverend Brian today, so you have me as his substitute. He would move around a little more, but I need my notes. So, covenant of right relations is a practice that some UU communities have put together, especially as they grow to greater size. Our congregation has thankfully been growing. We've got more people even today in the seats here, and we had 9 new members admitted last week, and we hope that will continue. And as we grow, we have to consider about our character and how we relate to each other. So the covenant of right relations is then a formal statement that we put together about how the congregation relates to each other. And the UUA has some examples. If we could get slide 1 up there. In just a minute. So this is one from All Souls Church, UU, in Brattleboro, Vermont. It goes, "We build our church on a foundation of love and covenant with one another, to freely explore our values and honor our diversity as a source of communal strength, to accept responsibility for our individual acts and promote justice and peace, to celebrate the joys of discovery, embracing the fullest measure of our humanity, to communicate with kindness and support, to serve with compassion and commitment, to openly share our laughter and tears, and to show reverence for the divine in all that is." It's a little wordy and long, so we'll leave it up there for a moment as we examine it. So it has a lot of points there. Okay, not too long. And there's another one from Atkinson Memorial Church in Oregon City, Oregon. We could get slide 2. "As the community of Atkinson Memorial Church, we do covenant together to honor the fact that the work of the church involves a significant investment of time and energy, volunteers working, pledge time, wealth, and talent to the best of our ability, be respectful, friendly, and welcoming to all members, visitors, and staff, avoid gossip, and speak directly with church members regarding issues or concerns, resolve conflicts in a positive way." And I put a quote in there from Ralph Waldo Emerson. "Life is not so short, there is always time for courtesy." So, actually, I have a mistrust of formality. Over 20 years ago, I quit academia. I had been on a doctoral path. Well, I got my doctorate, but I found that I loved science, I loved research, but I hated writing academic papers, and I hated committee meetings. I've gotten over that a little bit now. Up until I joined UUFRC 6 years ago, I avoided anything with committees. I tried my best, even at my work, with advancement, to avoid things like mission statements or committees. My instinct would be to say that the best community is by informal, just getting to know each other as people and doing things together that show our values. And there's that interpersonal connection I still think is really important, but when we get bigger, we can't know all of each other, right? So we're going past the point where our members all know each other. So I have to grudgingly admit that there is a point to these formalities. As Barbie emphasized last week, we do have our committees, and our fellowship wouldn't work without them. We need people to step up and organize, and that does mean agendas and minutes and homework. But some things to think about if we work on a covenant of right relations for ourselves. And a lot of this language sounds a bit like just be nice, right? If we're all nice to each other, then we can get along. But I'd like to push back against that a little, because, I mean, as the saying goes, Nice doesn't always get the job done. If we grow to more than, if we grow even more to where we get known within Redwood City, I don't want people to say, oh, those UUFRCers, they're so nice. I mean, I would really prefer if people were to say, watch out, those UUFRCers, they're trouble. Our theme for February is justice, and when we talk about justice, we don't want to be nice. We want to right wrongs. And this is the end of February and the end of our month's theme of justice, but it is not the end of our pursuing justice as our goal. So we will have conflicts. I mean, every organization will have both big conflicts and small conflicts. There will be people vying for who's the head of the committee, what the committee represents, what values are on that. It happens. We are human beings. Human beings will vie for status, but we need to, beyond being nice, beyond just getting along, going with the status quo, we have to keep in mind our values and what our values are. So as we write our covenant of right relations about how we relate to each other, part of how we relate to each other will be, what are we trying to do? And what we're trying to do is to bring justice to the world, to bring good to the world, to help people who are being treated unfairly. And when our members are treated unfairly, you know, we will help them. And if people and those who are treating them unfairly, we'll talk to them very sternly. But I think it's we have no plans right now to create a covenant of right relations, but I'm bringing up the idea as something that we can discuss maybe in future committees. I don't know. We'll our justice, this work for justice, though, does whether we make one or not, this work for justice will go on forever like a mighty stream.